Okay, so Monday we're starting a 6-day advanced water fast. I don't know if you've seen that we've had advertisements up there about it. Like for 2 weeks, we put all the advanced water fasting products on sale. So we've got probably, and not everybody's doing all the products, but we figure we've got around 9,000 people that are on this fast. They're going to start this fast. And it's 6 days or more. Some people only make it 1 day, but the reality is there's no failure, okay, as long as you're showing up, right? And the reality is we're calling this one a day.
Advanced water fasting for superheroes.
And understand something. Let me just make this really clear. You know, back in Norman Walker's day, okay, we're talking about even just 20 years ago, you could do a water fast and you would not have a lot of symptoms. Remember something, water fasting from an organic lifestyle is easy. Water fasting from EMF,
from toxic
5G,
overload,
blue light, appeal, all the GMOs, all the chemicals, the heavy metals they're actually putting in the foods, getting rid of the humic fulvic from the actual soil. I could keep going, but that's not the reality. The reality is this. Most people are suffering from an autoimmune disease. Right now, they're saying 92% of North America has an autoimmune disease. That means 8 people out of 100, what we would call healthy. 8 out of 100.
And that's because we're consuming so many antibiotics in places we don't even realize. We have decimated our gut bacteria, and this has an accumulated effect leading to autoimmune disease because our immune system, which is your good bacteria, have been completely decimated from the overload of toxicity in the world that surrounds us and our lack of consciousness to the fact that this is even happening.
Yeah, so anyways, go ahead and guess what? Guess what? Today you can have 1, 2, 3 autoimmune diseases, and guess what? If I said to someone, how you doing? I'm doing great. You know why? Because their intelligence level, and no offense to them, is I'm not in the hospital today.
I'm not in the hospital, so I'm great. But we walk around with these chronic conditions, but we're not healthy.
My younger brother passed on a year ago. My parents passed on before they were 55, both of them of cancer. My father had 3 heart surgeries. My father in total had 11 surgeries in his lifetime. Okay? All right? I've never had a surgery except for my tonsils taken out. I had no choice. So I had a little sore throat because my bowel was blocking up because of dairy, okay, and too much meat products when I was younger. And that's actually the truth. So then they took my tonsils, right? Okay? There's a lot of colleges and universities that if you have your tonsils taken out, you can't get in because it lowers you down. It lowers your intelligence level. Okay, that's why I'm only a quack. Okay, so the reality is that what you can't do an advanced water fast today.
No, you can't do a water fast, but you can.
I meant that you cannot do a water fast today. Well, you could go ahead and do it.
Your body needs energetic support. The advanced water fast gives you energetic support to clear the garbage out that our bodies just get too overwhelmed. The liver is too congested, and we don't have the cellular energy. We don't have it.
It's like this, okay? And I said it just the other day, and I'm going to repeat it because you need to get it. Fasting is a spirited thing. You fast to turn on autophagy, which means it goes in and eats up everything instead of having surgery. Okay? You fast because you're going to turn on more stem cells in a 6-day advanced water fast than $100,000 stem cell therapy that you just paid for. I'm not making that up.
You turn on the body's ability to clean out the garbage and recycle it and turn it into healthy connective tissue, healthy tissues.
So here's the deal. So I started doing what we call the 6-day advanced water therapy, okay? And I started doing that about 15 years ago. So when I started, like everything else, okay? Okay, so can you put that over to the side? Yeah. So when I started about 15 years ago, I was lecturing and saying, we need to stop doing water fasts. Do you know how many people I've seen damaged through water fasts? Yeah, I'm not kidding. First of all, they use distilled water. Distilled water is not structured. The body can't structure distilled water today. To structure water means that you actually get it into the cells. To structure water means that you lower the surface tension. It just goes in. You have what's called an aquaporin channel that's attached to every cell. And why is that important?
Because that's what actually allows the water in. Not to mention, what you're taking in your body will structure anyway. That takes energy. So what you're doing is you're conserving energy by taking in water that is already structured. It is so important. And then your body's going to be able to use the energy it would use to structure the water to go after what you're intending, which is the scar tissue and the displaced calcium, and put it back where it belongs.
And remember something, when you structure water, it has a new frequency, and that frequency, okay, when it comes near the aquaporin channel, there's 2,500 layers, and they just stretch out like a choo-choo train and go directly into the cells. Okay? 1 second here. No, okay, yeah. Okay, all right. Okay.
I'll watch that.
Yeah, you need to do it. So anyways, there's a guy, he comes on here all the time. He's running a cult. We just blocked him. So he comes on here. He's running a cult. He collects women. He steals your money. I'm just like over it. Okay? Okay, here, this one here. See the same one?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, let's get rid of him. Okay, so what we've got to do is we've got to eliminate. Guys, there's 30 people here. How many of you women believe that I'm trying to collect you? Does it feel like a cult, or am I trying to get you to... Okay, so I always talk about this because I want to put it out there, because there's beautiful people coming on TikTok, and we've got this moron, and I mean moron. He's got moronic beliefs. I don't really know. But the reality is this got to stop. I don't care what he thinks or she thinks or what they want to say about me. It doesn't really matter. But the reality is new people come on here and tell me that people aren't influenced easy. Right? And we've got to have this person on here. Did you take him down now?
Yeah, I did. I don't know that I can delete that.
No, that's okay. You don't need to.
Yeah.
You can leave it up there. He's luring women. Does anybody feel lured? No. Okay, all right. Okay, so you know what? I am just so tired of the low vibrational beings on this planet, okay, that are toxic thinking, toxic drinking, toxic eating. I would never allow a person like him even near my vibration. I have no anger, no hate for him. But guess what? You don't allow people to get close to you like this. You protect your vibration. And this is why you do fasting. This is why Jesus would fast for 40 days on just water. And I guarantee you he was doing rainwater. I guarantee you, because rainwater is structured. Fast-moving rivers and waterfalls. Those are the three things that are structured. Or you buy a structured water unit if you live in the city. But if you live near a mountain stream that's coming down, okay, then you would have structured water already. Okay? So we want to use structured water. Now, why is that? Because structured water, when you fast or even when you're not fasting, it takes no energy from the body. You don't want to take energy, you want to give energy. How many people here understand that it takes 70% of your energy to eat 3 meals a day? How many people know that if you just eat one whole plant-based meal, okay, and that you only did one whole plant-based meal, and you weren't, that's all I ever do. But I drink during the day. I'll do like fresh vegetable juices. I'll do black diamond in water. You know, you see me what I'm doing here, right? Okay, so did you know that I save 70% of my energy? Which is 10 miles. What it took to walk 10 miles, I kept that energy. So, you know, when people are ill and we need to feed them, you don't. You need to bring high vibrational nutrition into that person or they're never going to heal. You can't give a person cooked food.
Because it takes energy to digest that cook, so much energy, and it stimulates a white blood cell reaction. So your immune system's on defense every time you eat cooked food. And then if it's microwaved, well, that's just a catastrophe in and of itself. So the more living and raw, and that's where the juices come in, because no matter what you're eating, your body is liquefying it. So that's also where, when you are eating, chewing your food is so important. If you have a smoothie, chew it, because digestion begins in the mouth. Proper mastication is so important. You should be chewing 30 to 40 times each thing you put in your mouth.
So we want to drink our solids and chew our liquids. But let's get back to the fasting. Mm-hmm. So Jesus didn't fast because of a weight problem or an autoimmune disease. It was to bring his vibration up. And that's what you want to do. If you bring your vibration up, okay, you'll increase your spirit energy, but you'll do autophagy, which goes in and eats up the things that you don't want in your body. You don't have to be sick. Being sick is just a sick belief system that they made you believe. Understand something. When you are said, when you go to a doctor, a medical doctor, which is not a doctor, and you go there, and you go to a medical doctor, you can go in and you could be dying almost if you're over the age of 40, and he'll say, or she'll say, you're doing good for your age. Because they're comparing you to the majority of the population of your age. I turned 67 5 days ago. No, I didn't. I turned 37.
Who truly wants to be a statistic, though?
Yeah, and when you're a statistic, that's what they do when they tell you, go home, get your insurance policy together, write up your will, because you know where you're going. No, you're not. You're not going to go there. If you change your personality, you'll change your reality. If you understand that to unleash the power of autophagy and stem cell making.
Yeah. If you don't like where you are, make different choices than what you've made previously.
Yes. Okay, so
advanced water fasting.
15 years ago, I started doing advanced water fasting, and I'll tell you why. Because we were in trouble. We were getting people to go through water fasting, and we were using structured water, so we were using the best water, and guess what we were seeing? People that were chronically ill, chronically tired, okay, which was almost everybody even back 15 years ago. Remember something, we would have their symptoms come down, and then we would see that it would take them 6 months to regain their energy. Now I'm going to explain why, just so you understand. Okay, the more you cook, the worse you look. The more you fry, the sooner you die. And everybody says they have a good diet, but they don't. They have a good diet compared to the persons they're eating beside, or their friends, or somebody else. The reality is that what we started seeing, I've been in the business for 40 years, and when I was doing fasting as early as 30 years ago, we didn't have that problem, but 15 years ago, it was coming down like a steamroller. And exhaustion was a big one after it, and it took a lot of people a long time to bring their energy up. Yes, we got rid of the dis-ease. Now it's trying to get their energy up. Whereas now, what I started doing is I'm using things like ionic calcium therapy. Go ahead.
Ionic calcium therapy, black diamond, Ormus minerals, SON formula, and C60, and
infinite iodine.
Infinite iodine.
Okay. And we'll also use daily cleansing tea for those people that don't move their bowels. If you do not move your bowels on a fast, and what we do is if you go to the, I need everyone to, did everybody do what there was, did you guys go through? Yeah, and IGF 300,000 is huge. It's the critical one. And none of these, which we just gave you, all these products will not turn on the Krebs cycle. They'll bypass it. They will not turn on your digestive tract, which means that, guess what? If we don't do that, but if we can increase energy, but not turn on the digestive tract, bypass the Krebs cycle, you know what we just did? We actually increased your fasting results by 500 to 1,000%. Now go ahead and do an advanced water fast, but you better do structured water if nothing else, and you better do things like a warm water enema. If you have no money, at least do that much, okay? And make sure that you are drinking warm to hot water throughout the fast.
This opens up the cells and allows them to release. Cold water contracts, so you're going to hold on to a lot of stuff. And that being said, you should be doing ultimate coffee enemas as well to keep that blood clean, because your body's going to be releasing so much.
We can put anybody on a fast, anybody underweight, people overweight, people that are on their so-called deathbed, okay, people that can't get out of bed, people that say they've never been able to fast or go without a meal. They can go on these products we just said. And then what we're doing right now, because I know there's a lot of new people here, is that 2 weeks, okay? 2 weeks prior to the advanced water fast, everybody goes on a Perfect Day diet. If you haven't done it, guys, I need you to do this. I need you to go into the library and you need to watch the preparation video. I know it's 2.5 hours, but this is the most inexpensive way to get rid of life-threatening illnesses, to reverse your age, and you know what? You need to invest in yourself. And I'm talking about time and energy. That's all I'm talking about mainly. So you want to watch the preparation video, and then you want to watch the kickoff. Okay? Now the kickoff's going to be coming on Monday. It'll be playing. And then we go 6 days, and everybody's coming on together and doing this. And I'll be coming on and I'll be doing Q&As. And I'm answering questions for everybody throughout this whole thing. Let me tell you something. We've had people that have already done 12 advanced water fasts with us. You know, we've got people that they've been given only a few weeks or a few months to live, or they feel like they've only got that. And we tell them, you can do an advanced water fast every 6 weeks. You could do one every 4 weeks. You couldn't do a water fast like that. You just no way. You would never bounce back from it.
But when you have the black diamond, you're getting 70 plus micronutrients that are nanos. They're going straight to the bloodstream. They're not turning on the digestive tract. And then they're picking up 10 times their molecular weight or more.
You're looking at 300 to 500%. So that's three times to 5 times their molecular weight, right? So you're looking at 300 to 500% their molecular weight of heavy metals, parasites, GMOs, and chemicals, all right? So they lock that in so that nobody experiences the symptoms everybody else does. So as remember something, if you're gonna do an advanced water fast, you're gonna open up the dam. You're gonna be-
The floodgates.
The floodgates of toxins are gonna come out, right? Because now the energy that you used for digesting is 70% of your energy is now going in. And that's why by the 3rd day, most people are thumped. They're in bed, they're in pain, they're suffering. That's hump day. But you won't have that if you're doing the advanced water fast, like the IGF 300,000, the Black Diamond, right? And you don't have to do all the products, but remember something. If we can give you energy, extra energy to get through this without turning on your digestive tract or the Krebs cycle, that's the whole secret here. It's all about hacking everything.
It's biohacking, and
Look
you
at,
turn on the miracle your body's capable of.
Gerson Clinic, they gave us a great gift, okay? The coffee enema. Does everybody know that they won't change? And they need to. We put Tummy Love or we put Black Diamond in the coffee enema, or we make it with black gold. Understand something. Today when people do a coffee enema, they've got autoimmune disease, which means they've got leaky gut. It's not leaky gut. It's holes in your large intestine created by drill bit predators called fungus that were turned on by the antibiotics that are put into foods or the antibiotics that you took intentionally. So the reality is this: you can do you can do a coffee enema and purge your liver, and that's the best way to do it. But if you don't do it with the black gold,
a lot of the toxins will be spilling back into the bloodstream.
And all I want you to do is go do one without. Just do it the way Gerson does it, and then do it and put our black gold into it, or put some Tummy Love into it, and tell me the difference. You're not going to have any symptoms. You don't want the symptoms. You don't want the worst chemicals and poisons from your liver going into your large intestine that actually will leak back into your bloodstream and go somewhere and create more danger. So that's what we're looking at, right? But we do a lot of other things. So during the fast, okay, a lot of people in their second or third day, they feel like they need to throw up. Yes or no?
Mm-hmm. So then you should be doing therapeutic vomiting, where you take 3 quarts of water that are warm to, well, as warm as you can tolerate, to hot. You're going to drink that down. For me, it was about 1.5 liters, and I
We'll come back after lunch.
It was really worked for me.
Yeah, and after lunch, we will go through the ultimate coffee enema. We'll go through the therapeutic vomiting, and we'll go through vaginal infusions. And those 3 things, if added, okay, I mean, you should be doing them anyways. If you feel sick to your stomach and feel like you need to throw up, what should you do? It's like the person saying, I feel like I need a bowel movement, but I'm not going to.
I'm going to hold it.
It's just that you've been taught that to throw up means you're bulimic. That's right. You don't want to throw up. And you also don't want to throw up, because if you throw up, you're going to burn your trachea. You're going to get acid into your lungs. You're going to damage your heart. But if you do therapeutic vomiting and you know how to do it, which we're going to go through, you'll go through it and go, oh my God, I couldn't believe it. I had pains and aches all over. You know what? I thought my head was going to come off with this migraine. I've never felt so nauseous and sick in my life. And you're going to reverse it. And guess what? Therapeutic vomiting will take you about 20 minutes, half an hour. About the same length of time as an ultimate coffee enema.
About the same length of time. And you'll feel so
You're going to feel
better.
like you just got saved.
So much better.
And how much money did you spend? So we're not telling you that anybody has to buy our products and do anything. But at least do the therapeutic vomiting. At least do the ultimate coffee enema. You're hardly spending anything. So if you don't want to spend anything on yourself and just do a water fast, you better be purging and make sure you're bringing things out efficiently, or blow yourself up. And then you're going to be totally exhausted from it. Okay?
Yeah.
So that's how people who said, I've never been able to fast before, are able to do it, because they have the nutritional and detox support. And also, while you're doing this, you're doing things like skin brushing, you're doing things like salt glows,
belly button therapy,
and we're going to touch on all of that when we come back here after lunch. So we're going to just tell you how you do it, even though you've got it all in your books, and you can find all the videos in the do-it-yourself guide in the library as well. Okay?
And the SON formula is another real key through the water fasting. If you are that thinner structure.
If you're underweight.
Yeah.
Now me.
Yeah.
I never stop. I'll do my, I'll be doing an advanced water fast, and every other one I do. I still do. But you got to crush it up.
You got to crush it up and put it in your water. It's those 8 essential amino acids that are 99% bioavailable, and they're absorbed like right now, and you feel the difference.
SON formula is the only formula that is 99% absorbable, and it won't turn on digestion. It bypasses the Krebs cycle, so you can actually be on these amino acids, okay? And you're going to feel strong throughout your fast. I'm going to tell you, you're going to see that, here's the deal. Can I just say this? It's not just the majority of the population. Natural health practitioners believe that you have to suffer to get well, that you have to have a healing crisis to get well. Everything is about the crisis. We have been lied to so much. Why can't we just go through the most beautiful fast that turns on the most autophagy, okay, that creates more stem cells, okay, and guess what? I actually went and glided through it. Now, mind you, we ask everyone to do belly button therapy, don't we? Yeah. We ask them to keep a slight smile on your face all the time. It's your protection. Do the Lionheart breathing, keep your shoulders back, and 5 minutes out of every hour, you're going to go and close your eyes and rest up by a tree and sun gaze, or just put your head down for 5 minutes every hour to realign yourself back into that beautiful, peaceful, calm state. remember something. Nobody can do a fast if they've got chaos.
I was just gonna say that if you're doing the fast, plan your time well. Don't be having to run around all over, or like a good example, be in tons of traffic. If you're putting yourself into stressful situations, you're setting yourself up for failure. So be mindful. Gift yourself the time for healing, and plan your life accordingly. When you can give yourself that little bit more rest, you can go out and connect with nature, because that is so powerful. The energy and the peace you can experience when you do that.
So if you decide that you're going to do something different, like even for most people, it's a leap to go to a perfect day diet where they're not eating something fried and cooked. So even if you're going to do that, you know, there's going to be some metabolic changes, but understand this. You ever hear this one? I can't go without a meal. That person is so emotionally messed up, okay? Because that's really where they are, and we're not judging them. Okay? And they're so physically toxic. Because the reality, if you can't go without eating for 3 or 4 hours and you get a headache, that's not hypoglycemia, guys. And it could be a sugar problem, yes, but that means you're just, if somebody has a headache, that means you don't get enough nutrition. You're living off flour, sugar, and dairy.
And your worms are hungry.
Yeah, your worms are really hungry. And that's
And your worms are hungry.
Yeah, you'll get all kinds of negative symptoms so that you have to eat to try to shut down. Okay? All right? So we will go into this after lunch. So I think we'll break for lunch. And then we'll come back in an hour. The first thing we're going to do when we come back, and we will come back on if you people would like to join us, and we're going to talk about the main things that people do in an advanced water fast. And look, you may not want to do an advanced water fast now, but watch the Q&As and go do the videos, or go read the advanced water fasting guide in the library.
And remember Debbie.
Okay? You need to do this homework. Oh yeah, before you guys go, let's just take 15 more minutes, and we're going to go live on with Debbie and talk about Emmett. That she took Emmett, which is her little dog, and the vet said he's got cancer throughout his body, and that was 2 weeks ago, and they wanted to put him down, and she said, no, I'm taking him home, and now he's on thunder shrooms, and he's on a whole bunch of our nutraceuticals, and wait till you see, he's bouncing all over the place. Okay, so let's not break for lunch yet. Let's just bring her on now. Thanks for joining us. We will come right back on, doggone it, and then you guys can come on and watch what Debbie has to say. All right? Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
So, guys, if you want, we'll just do it. It won't take long. What? No, we'll do this.